don't think any of these really fit together.
Well, I mean, here. Can I try something?
Yeah, they do.
They sort of do.
I guess that sort of does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let's
that
try
goes
and
in
put
the
it
corner.
together.
Okay, so then let's put this into this corner. Then.
Yeah. You gotta move the other one out.
That doesn't make sense.
Okay, like that.
Up top. Oh no, the bottom one. That one goes up.
This one?
Yeah, in there.
Take that out. Put that there. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
Now we got that weird, funky piece with the hook. Yep.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that hook goes in there.
Yep.
And then, yeah, that one goes right here.
Yep.
And this one goes right here.
And then these fit together. Okay.
Okay, so now we have the pieces.
I really thought that these didn't fit together.
All right, so it looks like the fan brush and one of these are in the same. The blue is in the middle.
Is this put? I still am not quite sure what this is telling us, even laid out in this way.
I think.
Is it that?
So, I feel like these are, look at the lines in the back. So these are the heights, these
Yes.
lines. And so these probably indicate the height in which brush position.
Yeah.
So, orange, and is there a small orange
There's
down
not
here?
a small. I mean, I guess unless it's the color of the brush itself, the brush handle. There's 3 pinks and 3 oranges then.
Maybe that's the handle, yeah, because that's the only orange that we have on here. So maybe, here, can I see this? I think this goes, can it not go up?
No, you can't move them up or down.
Okay, so,
But I also feel like this is under the line.
yeah.
And there's the orange. So maybe it's the big.
Yeah,
Fat pink
that's why I
one?
thought it was the big fat pink one as
Yeah.
the first one, Jas.
Because it matches the distance.
Oh, okay. And so then green next, one of the greens.
Green
and then it's
blob.
going to be pinky
It's a pinky fan.
fan. This one. Or no.
No, I had it right.
Well, it's a fan.
Because there's 2 fan brushes.
It's the small one.
It is, because it's got
It's-
a pink handle.
yeah.
Okay, so everything down at the bottom is the handle color. That's all that is.
Are you sure?
Yep. And then, so 3rd row green. So green for this one, and then blue for this one in the 3rd row, maybe?
We can't move it up, though.
We can't move it up. Okay. This one, though, has to be that.
Try unlocking it.
That's done it.
Hey!
Yeah, good job, everybody.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
Alright, so it's...
Photograph of 2 young girls, one with red hair and the other with green hair. The photo has a large piece of it missing. It seems to have been ripped off. Who was it with green hair that we saw a thing?
That's our murder victim.
That's Freya.
Yeah, that's Freda with long hair. She cut it off.
Child with green hair.
Yeah.
He
It looks very blonde, but that's
Okay.
just her because she's got the giant long neck. Wait a second.
Who
They
else
both
was-
hold on, go back. Go back to the characters. I wonder if Freya is somehow Flora's daughter.
I
Yeah.
think so.
That's what I have to imagine this is representing, is that Freya is actually the child of these 2.
Yeah, so that must
Which-
be Lord...
I kind of want to look at the
Yeah, well,
family tree again,
we have
Yeah.
to go back downstairs.
but
Should
let's
we-
finish in this room.
There's, like, necklaces up here?
Just little trinkets.
Let's
They're
leave them
just
alone.
trinkets.
It's a fish, I think.
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
Shark.
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
From the garden, that's 2 rooms over.
Yep.
I thought that the window just overlooks the garden.
Well, to me, it looks like you can. Oh no, it was.
Remember, there's a garden right
it was
here.
right
That
here.
Because he said that
overlooks,
there's a
yeah.
someone that lives here, and then there's a garden.
But from his map view, it did look like you could access it.
Yeah.
Anything else in here that we want to?
The fan? Yeah.
Do you
The,
think this was always supposed to be a bed?
I don't know.
No windows either.
Okay.
Did you click on the other vent just in case there's not a secret
Do you
entrance?
think this was
I don't
Okay.
know.
no windows either?
Okay.
Plant?
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight.
Do we click on like the doodles over here?
Yeah.
Did Freya paint those
Oh.
animals on
They're
the sea?
kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
Yeah, I mean I've written on my walls when I was younger. Did we click on the
There's
other
no natural
painting?
light.
I like it.
Like
yeah,
the
we
fish?
We did
Yeah.
the fish.
Okay.
Maybe
Oh.
it was a whale. Maybe it was a shark.
Oh, it's true.
Lyran Lock Knives Out was great.
It was so good.
I liked it a lot.
I'm gonna go back here just real quick.
Check at the family portrait. Take a picture of that
What
so we
is
can
that?
look
I
at
think
it.
it's a family tree.
Okay, so Freya, and then Flora's over here, and then her dad is Damien.
Supposedly.
Damien Dusk.
Whoa. Is it too late to change my name to Detective Dusk?
It's Freya's father. think he
Wait,
still
no.
lives here?
If Flora had an affair with
With
Lord
Dame.
Fellow,
I mean, he's way too old. He's way too old.
well,
I mean, not really, because that's Grandpa. So the next, that would be like one up. So it's not, it's still.
so that would basically this is the same line, right? They're probably all the same age. She probably had an affair with Lord Fellow.
Or Flint. Or Felix. No, wait, she's married to Felix. So what if she had an affair with Flint?
Maybe had an
Because
affair.
that would make sense. Because if this is like an heritage thing, like an actual like a will, if she is the daughter of Lord Fellow, that makes more sense why she was murdered.
Or with Flint, because either way, that gives her a better claim
Right.
to whatever inheritance they said she's missing. Okay. So let's go back, and now let's check out here.
Yeah.
Neko, welcome back.
Oh, this is the red-haired gal.
She's
Curious. I would expect bacteria of that nature to thrive in these conditions.
Excuse me.
Taking all the environmental factors into account, there must be something I am still missing.
May I talk to you? Miss?
She knows we're here. She just doesn't care.
I am a detective, and I need to talk.
Correction. You do not need to talk to me,
Oh no? How come?
because I am not a suspect. I am completely innocent of
Her
any and all
eyeballs.
crimes.
I know.
Thanks for letting me know.
I don't
Speaking
like
of
her.
which, you have now been at Tangle Tower for over 23 minutes. Surely you have already reached a sturdy hypothesis.
A hypothesis about the murder?
I mean,
Yeah,
we
come
did
on,
within
Grimoire,
5
hurry
minutes,
My
so.
apologies. Unfortunately, protocol dictates I must at least meet all the suspects. And that includes you. So, could you tell me your name?
Freya Fellow, microbiologist, inventor, innovator.
All right,
Wasn't there a
Fifi.
picture?
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
Fifi in
there
it?
was. Let's do these first.
You will need
Okay.
to be more specific. One's self cannot be summarized in a single response without doing one
I
a
know
great
that her
disservice.
shirt is stitched
So
together,
true.
but it looks like she
Well,
has like a robot arm.
Well, you're a fellow. So does that make you the daughter of...
Correct. My father and mother are named Flora and Felix, but you need not question either of them. It will only waste valuable time.
Is she the
Neither
chicken?
of them are capable of murder.
Thanks for the tip.
Fifi,
I think
you
we're the
said you were a
chicken
micro...
with the red hair.
something or other.
Microbiologist, but it is an insignificant label. My studies cannot be categorized in any
Hi.
one recognized field.
What made you want to become a scientist in the first place?
I harbor an intrinsic fascination with the microscopic. I constructed my first one at age 10.
Constructed a microscope?
Correct.
And what's that thing on your head?
Sally
you make
looks like a
that too?
character from Lethal.
My
Weapon.
eyesight began to deteriorate when I turned 12.
Jaggly, thank you so
Not
much for that
satisfied
pizza.
with the eyeglasses
Much.
prescribed to
Bears.
me, I designed this custom lens instead. It automatically adjusts based on the surrounding light conditions.
Does it glow red when you
She
get
made her
angry?
own
No,
glasses.
but that would be most amusing.
That's what it sounds like.
What can
Yesterday.
you tell me about the murder?
What can you tell me about...
Her glasses
Wait,
must not be very
that's
great though,
what
because she's
I'm
like reading this
supposed
close.
to
Yeah.
ask You.
Yes. However, you were too slow.
You fancy yourself a detective too, Fifi?
I just need to know what happened.
Me too. So talk.
Fine. I knew ahead of time that Freya was going to be busy with her painting all day, so I had planned to spend the afternoon with Poppy. I was in the library all morning preparing the equipment for an experiment, only to find out that Poppy had made other plans and she was in fact planning to ignore me completely.
Oh.
So what did you do instead?
I locked myself in my room and cried.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Why?
I don't know, it just sounds kind of sad.
It is not unusual.
Oh. Good.
Okay.
Awkward.
Before your statement.
There's the ripped photo.
Is that her?
That's them when they were probably in like grade school or something.
This
And when her
photograph
before her eye
is
migrated.
my favorite photograph.
Listen, sometimes that happens as you age.
you rip
Once
it in
puberty
half?
hits, your
That
eyes
was not me.
migrate to the side of your head.
It was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
So
Who was it?
that's part of the mystery, Ash.
She knows who it was.
She's not gonna tell you though.
Tell us about Freya.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, artist. Deceased. Understand this. Most people find me difficult. They exhibit a noticeable degree of discomfort when talking to me. There it is. Freya, who had a way of being an exception to any given rule, was not at all like this. She is very important.
It's because you
and
guys
I will
grew up
not
together.
rest until I understand what has happened to her.
Did you spend a lot of time with Freya recently?
I will say this. In the past year, Freya
Captain.
became, one,
Her eyes migrated to the front of her head
increasingly
to the side. She
and
turned
two,
from predator to prey.
increasingly isolated.
Do you know why?
Do not. If you are looking for a speculative, empathetic opinion, try asking Poppy instead.
The three of you are friends.
We are of a similar age, and all highly
Dang.
gifted.
Yep.
One scientist,
It's Poppy.
one artist, and one musician.
One musician.
Sounds
Who's the
like quite a
musician?
team.
Poppy. Poppy's the one that's ripped out of the photos.
Oh.
Name, Freya Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How do you not know anything?
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long
Oh,
has
Chad,
Flora
thank you so much for
been
hanging out with us. Have a good rest of your night.
non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
Her lover.
Since when? Oh, that's true. Her lover. It's true.
It's probably her lover.
All right. Let's talk to Felix.
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No? Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No, he is quite correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Ask about everything.
There is a drawing of me, a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw, and a drawing
Detective Hawkshaw.
drawing of Poppy and Fitz.
That was an interesting response.
Poppy and Fitz.
She was not prepared to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she have a crush on Fitz?
Maybe.
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
Commune with
I
the
am not the
ghosts.
person to ask. All I
Shark
see is a blood-red
I love
mountain
shark
with
ghosts.
angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
Okay.
Painted models?
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya?
She didn't.
A wooden carving of my father, made by my father.
Wait, go
Although,
back.
Now that
Okay.
I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Well, we found it inside the chest.
Yeah.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
We knew it.
A whole
dun,
pot
dun.
full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
Okay, so she
Okay.
painted the painting with her own blood. So,
Well, we don't know whose blood.
well, someone's blood. Go to the painting. Click the painting, Rufus.
Freya is normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact
She didn't
not
paint
paint,
that.
but blood.
But there
what
is
made
blood
you
in the
want
red
to
jar,
test it in the first place?
So
It was Poppy.
I think she was
She
painting
told me she
the
thought the painting looked like a bloody knife.
the mountain,
I
and
told
they
her
switched
not
it
to be
out.
ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course,
What's in the
that
empty egg?
belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the grand hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people
They're yummy.
just like eggs.
I love eggs.
Eggs are
I
delicious.
love eggs.
You're the murderer.
I
then.
really want an egg tattoo.
Get
Just
one.
like just an egg
Just a
symbol,
little egg, yeah.
or
Gudetama?
one that's like bejeweled
Not,
like this.
no, like a egg yolk, like a sunny
Or-
side egg.
A Kinder Surprise egg.
No.
What would be inside the what would the toy be of your Kinder Surprise egg
Shark?
tattoo?
No, I'm not gonna get that. I'm just gonna get an egg.
She wants an egg, sunny side up.
Because eggs are the best.
Is
That's a
she
weird response.
Laughing?
All right, so that's a apparently cassette from Poppy
So,
to Freya.
I honestly think, like I said, the portraits were switched at some point. Like after not Freya. Yeah, after Freya died, someone switched the portraits. Or the paintings. That's what I think. And then they
This
just
belongs to
like
Poppy.
doodled the
In
blood
fact,
on there
she owns a
to
number of cassette tapes.
throw us off track.
What happened to it, though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right. But why?
I do not know why. Curious.
Okay.
The statue itself does not interest me, but I do wish to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you
Everybody
deciphered
does.
their meaning yet?
Not quite.
We're working on it.
We are.
What about the brush and palette? Does that have blood on it too?
Oh, I didn't-
The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
No, she added it to it.
I do not know the answer.
I think Felix had to switch out the paints.
Think
That's
so?
the only other red paint, right?
And the red paint was locked away for
Yeah.
some reason. Let me look at. Well, I'll look at it after.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it
Right,
get
because Poppy's the
cracked?
musician.
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Okay.
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which as a mere abstract representation does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
Except now.
Except
What
right
is your
now.
opinion of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family. This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
Sounds
That's
like Freya.
interesting.
I was in my room. The lights were off and the door was locked. Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me. I opened the door. Poppy came into my room. Her makeup was leaking. She told me Freya was dead. I did not believe it. I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face. She insisted that we go up to Flora's tower. We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs. When I saw Freya lying on the floor, I was completely and utterly devastated. Then, I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting. Poppy and I took the sample back downstairs to the library. We performed a test and found out that it was, in fact, blood.
You performed that scientific test immediately, even though you were feeling so upset?
Of course. Why would one affect the other?
It looks like Fritz was in the room before they came in, so it
Yeah.
looks like whatever happened between Flora and
Fifi's
Freya.
bedroom should be unlocked now.
Can't wait.
Maybe Poppy and Fritz came up to go check on them, and that's when they discovered it.
There's something about Felix's painting supplies.
Yeah.
Something suspicious.
We got that
Let's ask him about it.
later.
Oh wait,
I want to look at our stuff again. So,
because that looks like red paint, just regular red paint.
Yeah.
If you go back to the other one, it looks darker, right?
We'll see.
if I go back to which one?
The other red paint.
This one?
No.
No. Freya's paints.
Yeah.
Well, that one she already confirmed was blood.
In that one?
Right, but Jas wants to look at the color of the paint in there.
Yeah, because she said that this
That's
is blood.
definitely blood, because you see how dark
Yeah,
it is?
she said that there was blood in this jar.
Yeah. But the other one's not.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
that one's the real paint.
Yeah.
Um,
Shouldn't detectives be able to tell if something's actually blood? I mean, I guess it depends on how
Not
much of a
really.
forensic scientist you can be, or how
like I'd say once it's
How familiar
dried,
you are with
maybe,
blood,
because
maybe.
dried blood definitely looks different than red paint.
Yeah.
But
Dry blood sort of turns black.
blood that's still
Turns
liquid
brown.
in a jar
Yeah.
is gonna still look like.
It's gonna coagulate and get brown.
Yeah, they must add something to it to keep it from coagulating.
Yeah. Yep. ETDA.
ETDA.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
All right.
So Fritz and Poppy apparently made her angry.
I want to talk to Fritz.
Wait, do you want to look around her room first?
Oh yeah, I do.
It's an illustrated book about birds.
Lots of birds.
It's
So
been
many
left
birds.
Open. Looks like somebody was halfway through reading it.
Or it was left open for us to find.
Ever so slightly unnerving.
Oh, that's the bird. That's the bird that he did the painting of.
Hmm.
The ink dip is a remarkably intelligent bird with a very long lifespan, even among
Avian mystids.
avian mystids.
Other birds are often aggressive towards it, and the ink dip lives most of its life alone. It has particular feeding habits, and it usually only eats the seed of the tantum amica pictured.
The seeds.
That's the
That's the feather.
the feather is this tainted or tantum amica.
Yep. So she's holding a feather.
She must have owned a bird like that.
But it only eats seeds of the tantum amica. So those are the seeds, I think. Or
But
this.
that's a feather.
But this is a feather from the ink dip, so that's what she was holding.
Wait, it says the ink dip lives most of its life alone.
So it probably lived
Flora
along with
is a
Flora.
Flora is a bird.
Yeah.
Like a little chicken.
Baby.
Yeah, so she's holding the feather. Well, that's that bird.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the ink dip.
Why is it covered in blood?
Wait,
And
let's ask Fifi about it.
And she has such a fascination with eggs as well. I feel like she's
Yeah.
just a bird.
She is a
She's a bird
bird.
person.
Spoilers, she's a bird.
All right, let's look around the room first.
Okay.
Is that a snow globe?
Of sorts.
Oh, it's Tangle Tower, but it's broken.
Snow globe within a snow globe.
Yeah.
And inside that snow globe is another snow globe. It's a donut hole within a donut hole, Jasmine.
Hey, look at that. It's a model of Tangle Tower. There's the lake and those weird mountains. What are you thinking?
That would make an amazing souvenir.
To remember this murder by.
Sure. Why not build a science lab in the corner of the library?
The search for new knowledge, the archiving of old knowledge. It's downright poetic.
What's in those bottles?
I'm not sure. Soil samples?
Maybe.
A chalkboard.
Is this a library or a classroom?
That's a lot. Oh, okay. Math time.
Oh, we need a photo of this. I'm sure that is these letters or something.
Listen, Ash, I've seen a lot of puzzles in my lifetime, and this is not a puzzle.
That's 10 peanuts now.
I'm not sure I learned anything from that.
I elbowed a door frame today. Now my elbow hurts.
Is this a library or...
Can we click on these?
Any idea what this means?
Not a clue.
Math.
Don't look at them for too long. You'll give yourself a headache.
Maybe this is her trying to figure out the
Don't
family
look at them. You'll give yourself a
line.
headache.
I'm not sure I learned
The family line?
I mean, it kind of looks like the family tree.
Almost every room has a puzzle in it, and I'm just sort of surprised that there's...
It's probably these things.
books about ancient history, I
The
think.
ancient
These books
history.
are ancient history. I think they
Oh, sick
crumble into
burn
dust if you try to
books.
pick them up.
Good excuse.
Thanks.
Maybe the snow globe is the
Books
puzzle.
about insects.
Well, theoretically, there's not a single book on that shelf.
There's not a single book in the insect section.
That's actually surprising.
Huh. A book? Fundamental entomology.
I guess somebody dropped it.
There's no books on that bookshelf. That's weird.
What's this?
It's musty in here.
What exactly
It's
does
also
that
like
mean?
a lot brighter
What
than all the
is
other
must?
bookshelves.
Must. You ask such stupid questions.
Nice.
All right, let's ask her about this book.
Ask
Do you
her.
know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time.
Okay.
Interesting.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Yeah, we figured
Listen,
that out.
we've
Let's ask
put
her
the
about
two.
All right.
I wonder if she'll talk about the. I think we should go to all the rooms first before we start doubling back.
Yeah.
At least that's how I do
Yeah.
mystery games.
Fifi's
room.
Oh, she has a teddy bear too.
A new suspect. Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
That's
Yeah,
right,
Ash.
Bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
Who are these?
I don't know what that drink
Sodies.
is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
Yeah, the voice work
That's
is
even
great
worse.
in this game.
It's a
Wait, isn't
magnifying
Fifi
glass.
the
A
musician?
big one.
No, Fifi's the one we just
No,
talked to.
Fifi's the scientist we just talked to.
Oh, I
How
thought
come
she was
you don't
in
have
her
one
room.
of those.
She was in her room when we asked her her statement.
She was in her science lab.
No, she was in her room and Poppy came banging on her door.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
in
was.
the statement.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the statement.
Yeah.
Why?
But I thought
Because
the
I'm a
library
detective?
was a room.
'Cause she
Should I
lives in
start
there.
smoking a pipe too?
You can pull off a pipe.
I mean, Freya lives in the.
What's this?
I
Looks
don't
like a
know.
microscope. A
Can
big
I touch it?
There you go.
Where's science time?
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
That's a key.
okay. Horizontal side, 4 magnifying lenses to the correct positions.
Is that the key at the bottom?
Probably.
We probably have to. Yeah.
Do you have to make the key?
We have to make this into a key.
Okay.
Do it. Move the other ones. They all have different like magnifying things. So, yeah.
It's huge.
Yep.
Yeah. That's perfect. No.
No.
We went like that, right?
Yeah.
And then we want the next biggest one. Perfect. Does it need to be broken though?
Does it need to not be broken like that? Is the question? Like that, maybe?
Yeah. Yep. I think so. Because then you need to. Nope. The other one.
Whoa,
Yep.
that's super zoomed in. So like that, maybe?
Yeah.
No. Because that's the tooth. We definitely want it to be smaller, right? Oh, I see. Here, let me see. 'Cause we want that to be the tooth. This is the other tooth.
Oh, I see. We can't have that break there, though.
Yeah.
We just have to finagle it a little bit. Does it go up and down?
No. Try changing those places
two,
of
yeah.
those two.
No.
Oh, I see. So the plus and then the 2 plus is larger than the plus.
Yeah.
And then you can overlap them for a better effect.
Yeah.
What about trying the double plus as the starting one? Like
Double
move.
plus?
Yeah, like that one.
Get out of the way.
And then triple plus on the second tooth.
On the second tooth. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
huge.
that's huge.
No, wait. No, it has to be like that. Right? That is really big, though.
Wait, bring the baby one, maybe.
Yeah, swap those two.
Well, we can't because that's really tiny.
That's really okay. Yeah,
And this is huge, so this would have to be here because
that would have to be there. Yeah.
it has to reduce it, right? I feel like this should. I mean, that sort of works, right?
Yeah, scooch that over.
It has to be there.
Is there any way you could move it a little closer
Here.
so the overlap is like the negative?
Which one did we have over here before? Was it the 2 plus?
It was a 2 plus, I think.
Or was it this one?
No, it's a 2 plus.
So this is a zooming out one.
Yeah, that one we have to do. 'Cause it's so tiny. We be putting this on YouTube? Yes.
No, can you move
for
that the
sure.
other way?
Wait, no, we almost had it. There it is. You see, there's the tooth. That's perfect.
But that was our same dilemma with the break. Can you make it close? No, okay.
Yeah, I see what you're
Oh,
saying.
there.
Oh, like that. Yeah. That's unbroken.
Yeah,
There.
yeah. And then we should move that one over.
What's going on with that one?
It's broken. So
Scooch it maybe a little bit. The 1 plus.
let me see.
Because the magnifying lens is blocking it.
Yeah, scoot that one a little.
Scoot that one maybe a little to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. There you go. Just enough. There you
Yeah, there we go.
go. Perfect. That's it. Unlock.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yes.